Breaking news into the THV 11 studio. Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Faith Woodard alongside Brooke Buckner. Law enforcement responded to the scene where 2 National Guard members were shot just blocks from the White House on Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, the Metropolitan Police Department said the crime scene was secured and a suspect is in custody. Erica Brown reports on the latest.
Shortly after the shooting, just blocks from the White House, the Metropolitan Police Department posted a critical incident alert on social media, saying, "Please avoid the area. Updates to come."
When a suspect came around the corner, raised his arm with a firearm and discharged it at the National Guard members. The National Guard members, there were other members that were in the area. They were able to, after some back and forth, able to subdue the individual and bring them into custody.
On social media, President Trump said in part, the animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen is also severely wounded, but regardless will pay a very steep price.
We will work together collaboratively because this is a matter of national security, because it's a matter of pride. President Trump has been informed. We've been in contact with the White House.
Vice President J.D. Vance spoke about the incident from Fort Campbell Wednesday afternoon.
It's a somber reminder that soldiers, whether they're active duty, reserve, or National Guard, our soldiers are the sword and the shield of the United States of America.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem issued a statement saying, quote, "Please join me in praying for the 2 National Guardsmen who were just shot moments ago in Washington, D.C. She said the Department of Homeland Security is working with local law enforcement to gather more information. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, quote, "The White House is aware and actively monitoring this tragic situation. The president has been briefed." Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
The fire department in Washington, D.C. confirmed it transported 3 gunshot victims from the area of the incident.
2 sources tell CBS News that suspect was the 3rd person injured and is in custody at a nearby hospital.
Well, it's the ending of what's been a beautiful Wednesday with lots of sunshine, but here lately we have seen some cloudiness move back into the fold. Some high, thin level cloud cover will move in tonight. That may keep the temperatures up initially, but our lows are going to drop back into the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. We'll start the day off tomorrow with some clouds, but your Thanksgiving Day is looking worry-free. It is going to be on the cool side. Current numbers: 44 Mountain Home, 51 Little Rock, 50 El Dorado. It is much cooler than it was yesterday. Hour by hour tonight, we'll see our numbers slide on back to near 40 tomorrow morning. I'm going to say somewhere around 38. We'll keep the cloud cover tonight so cold air continues to advect in, even though we have clouds. Here's your Thanksgiving planner, and I'll hold it right here for you. No worries whatsoever. Starting the day with clouds, lots of sunshine, 52 at noon. We'll top out in the middle 50s, but we are going to talk about rain chances for a part of your weekend here in just a few minutes.
This is a look at current conditions right here in Arkansas. With Thanksgiving just hours away, many are finalizing their plans to meet with family or friends for the big day. Now, AAA expects today will be the busiest day on the roads ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. More than 73 million people are expected to drive this year.
Crowds are also expected at the airports. The Federal Aviation Administration says this week's travel period is shaping up to be the busiest in 15 years.
Americans hit the road Wednesday ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday.
It was heavy traffic, but we got up real early. We left like at 7.
AAA projects 73 million people will drive to their destination this year. That's nearly 90% of all travelers.
You know, we definitely ask that people minimize distracted driving. Okay, we got to put the phones down, even GPS units, things like that.
Besides traffic, in many parts of the country, drivers are also contending with winter weather, like this snowstorm in Duluth, Minnesota.
If you're taking a road trip, now is the time to make sure your vehicle is road trip ready. So making sure you have healthy tires, that is essential for driving on wet roads.
Of the entire holiday weekend, the day before Thanksgiving is expected to be the busiest on the roads, according to AAA. The nation's airports are also getting pretty crowded.
I just care about getting there safe and sound.
I'm thankful for being able to fly to Fort Lauderdale to visit my grandparents.
A lot of people are thinking about delays and cancellations in the wake of the headaches from the government shutdown.
It is what it is, and we're here to have fun, and if we get stuck in Boston, we get stuck in Boston.
Airlines project more than 31 million passengers will fly over the holiday weekend, an all-time high. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
With the big fall day of Thanksgiving in just a few hours away, no matter your situation, be it living far away from friends and family, or maybe you've experienced some financial hardships, there are places where you can eat a warm meal. Some places include Riverfront Pavilion in downtown Little Rock at 10 a.m., Southwest Community Center at 11 a.m., both in Little Rock, Conway Community Cafe at 2 p.m. For more locations, check out our website, thv11.com. Each one of those events takes weeks of preparations and hundreds of volunteers. THV11's Carter Thweet talked with some of the groups about that work and why they do it.
For a lot of people, the holidays are a time to rest and relax. But all across Little Rock, there are folks working hard to make sure you get that Thanksgiving meal.
We'll expect between 400 and 500 people that come through the door.
That means this empty room will fill up on Thursday. Community group Vine and Village is prepping a Thanksgiving feast. Anyone can come, says Executive Director Paul Kroger.
It's not just our family and our immediate family and friends, but it's giving back to our community and way beyond. I've been doing this for 13 years, and I can say that it's one of the highlights of my year.
That meal will be at the Mosaic Church in South Little Rock, starting at 11 and ending at 1. But if you need food after Thanksgiving Day, you can get that too at the Little Rock Compassion Center.
We start tomorrow at noon, and then we serve all weekend, Thursday all the way through Sunday.
William Holloway is the CEO of the center, which serves Little Rock's homeless population. They'll start at noon and have been prepping since Monday.
We're going to have a turkey dinner. We're going to have mashed potatoes. We're going to have dressing. We're going to have green beans, corn, rolls, and some type of dessert.
That meal also available to anyone who shows up. Both men say that's the way it should be.
Having a chance to be able to come and being a part of a community is a huge bonus for so many people.
I enjoy the families, I enjoy the different people, and I love to listen to their stories.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Tonight in Valonia, the community is remembering a life gone too soon. Ethan Dietz died yesterday from an injury officials say he sustained during his college basketball game over the weekend. The 20-year-old was just a sophomore at Connor State College in Oklahoma. The school releasing a statement remembering him as both talented athletically and academically, describing him as all heart. Shannon Rigsby, a spokesperson for the college, says the news has left the junior college community heartbroken. Many in Valonia say he was a light who never seemed to dim.
No matter if you were having a bad day or not, he literally, he would come in, and he's 6'9" and I'm 5 foot tall. He would just grab you and hug you and tell you he loves you. And that was just him. He always wanted people to know that they were loved, and he just brought joy to so many people's lives.
Counseling services have been provided to students, and the college has since canceled several upcoming games. A vigil on campus is now planned to honor Ethan's life and legacy at 7 p.m. on Monday, December 1st. We'll share more of the community's remarks tonight at 6 as his legacy is remembered in his hometown of Valonia.
We have a traffic advisory to tell you about. An investigation is underway after an accident between a train and a person in Conway. According to Conway police, the incident took place near Parkway and Mill Streets. Authorities are asking that everyone plan to take alternate routes while they look into further information on this incident. Stay with THV 11 as we bring you the latest. A St. Francis County inmate who took off during a head count last night is now back in custody. Arkansas State Police confirmed they found Christopher Davenport earlier today after an all-day search. He was on trustee status and already facing several felony charges. No one was hurt, and county officials say they're now taking a hard look at how he managed to slip out in the first place.
An investigation is underway after a deadly shooting in Pulaski County. Deputies were called to the 10,000 block of Jacksonville and Cato Roads. Once reaching the scene, authorities found the suspected shooter and body of Larry Woner in Sherwood. He was found lying in the roadway on Falcon Drive. Deputies later took the suspect into custody. Stay with THV 11 as we learn more. We have a THV 11 update. North Little Rock police have arrested a suspect after a deadly shooting during the weekend. Authorities identifying him as DeMarcus Lewis, found yesterday on MacArthur Drive. As we previously reported on Sunday morning, authorities were called to the 1900 block of Parker Street with reports of a gunshot victim. Once they reached the scene, Jabrian Turner was found suffering from her injuries. Now, she was taken to the hospital where she died. He is facing several charges, including first-degree murder and carrying a weapon. Lewis is now being held at the Pulaski County Regional Detention Facility without bond.
Today, a judge is dismissing the 2020 Georgia election interference case against President Donald Trump. This comes as the new prosecutor assigned to take the case is dropping charges. Pete Skandalakis was chosen to take over from Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis. Willis was no longer assigned after a, quote, appearance of impropriety of a romantic relationship with a special prosecutor she chose to lead. The original 2023 indictment against Trump and several others accused him of trying to overturn former President Joe Biden's win in Georgia. Non-criminal arrests by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, has surged by at least 2,000%. This is according to the department. These published statistics were made available this month and are all a part of required congressional transparency, showcasing President Trump's mass deportation. On November 16th, ICE was holding more than 65,000 people in detention centers, with nearly 50% being held without criminal charges or convictions. This is the highest since the start of the agency in 2003.